You need a mouse? What's going on? All right, when do I start and how do I start? Check test. This is KLW World News coming to you live from North Carolina. Let me get the video up here for you that I wanted to show you guys. We are on location here in a place called Poplar. In fact, let me get this up here for you. I'll show it to you real quick so you can actually see what the place looks like. We are here at the supply. That is not what. Okay. Not sure why I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Sorry, guys. It should be this image, not the one that you're seeing, which is this one. Here we go. Ta-da! There I am. So, coming to you live from the Intimidator here. So, we are set up in a small town called Poplar. This is Poplar, North Carolina. We can show it to you here on the map. And so, we got another map we can show it to you on even better. Let's get that one up here for you. That'll be this one. So, here we are. These folks have been decimated. We're going to show you some video of coming up along the river to get here. This stretch of road here along 197 is absolutely positively nothing short of decimated. Now, we're here trying to provide support to the folks in the community who have been very, very hard hit by the hurricane here in North Carolina. We've had people come in from all over the country. We've got folks here from Texas, folks from Virginia, West Virginia, New York. I mean, they're coming from everywhere to support these fine folks. And what I want to show you, and let me get it up here for you. I'm going to take you back to yesterday when I met with local officials here in the county. And the county official came right out and said, look, Lee, you're going to think I'm sending you on a wild goose chase. And let me get this up here so I can show you all of the different facilities that we've actually been at, because we've been at this for quite some time. So this is yesterday. This is when we were at the sheriff's department here locally, where they've taken over this facility, and we went in there to. We had already dropped off supplies. We did that the night before, and we've just delivered a lot of supplies to a lot of different ways. This is us going up the road to deliver the supplies. We drove for 3.5 hours yesterday to be able to get into where we dropped off the supplies. So this is, for those of you on KLW World News who donated, this is the second drop off of KLW World News support for the folks here. This is a view from up in Spruce Pine, I believe it is. And we were unloading everything off the back of the truck here. This is the mast was going up to get a look around. And we thought we were going to set up Starlink and internet service and provide power and so on and so forth at this facility. But they actually got another Starlink unit in, and they got their power restored. So after we had made our donations to the facility there, we went over to the sheriff's department, to EOC. And so here is me pulling up at EOC. This is me coming right in through the front gates, as you can see in the Intimidator. and we just go right through. It doesn't matter if it's a chain link fence with barbed wire around the top of it. We're just going straight through. And we did, by the way, the truck there on the left. So we went into the Mitchell County 911 facility and we met with their officials. And sure enough, there he is, the redneck extraordinaire, getting out of the truck and going into the 911 facility. Now, the folks in there were really nice, and we had long conversations with them, and we decided that the guy told me, he said, "Lee, before you even go up here," he said, "I'm going to tell you," he said, "you're going to think that where I'm sending you is a wild goose chase." He said, "But it's not." He said, "The people need internet, they need power, they need supplies. Uh, Go up there and see if you can help those people." So we did. And so here we are heading out. Now, what I wanted to show you was this right here as we're going through town, folks, because you just can't believe the devastation in these towns. Look at this. That's all gone, folks. All the stuff that was there is no more. It's all washed away. Whatever was there, it isn't there now. Doesn't matter if it's power lines or what it is. It's all gone. This is what it looks like in downtown. All these businesses had water in them. They have moved thousands of tons of dirt out of here to even be able to go up and down these roads. And you just won't believe what you're going to see here. I mean, you're just not going to. And so let me get back up here. Here's more. See, look at this. All this river came up and went through all of these buildings. This is dirt, folks, from the river. Look at this excavator, this wheel loader moving out. You're going to see all this is that they've just dug the dirt out. So let me get back up here. Here's more of it, as you can see. I mean, it's just all washed away, folks. It is just washed away. And it doesn't matter where you go, mile after mile. Look at this. It is just, if you were in the river bottom, if it was there, it ain't no more. Bridges are gone. Buildings are gone. Communities are gone. Look at this, where it washed it out all along the side of the road. Undercut the road in a lot of places. The road's not even safe to drive over. And so those of you who have been donating to KLW World News, this is where we're spending the money. This is how we're spending the money. We're going out and delivering it to the people. So let me get back up here. See, look at that wheel loader. That wheel loader is just scraping dirt off of their parking lot. You see that? He is just scraping dirt out of their businesses and off of their parking lot. Look at that. And there's loaders like this all over the place doing the exact same thing. So we want to thank everyone who has donated, and we would ask for those of you who have not, or maybe even those of you who have, to donate again. And the reason that we're asking you to donate is we have people who are freezing. We are up in the mountains of North Carolina. Temperature got down below freezing here last night. We've got elderly people who can't run a generator, can't start a generator, and we're trying to get them propane heaters to put in their house to heat their house. Some of these people are in their 80s and their 90s. We need a bunch of heaters, and we need to get those heaters as quickly as possible. So you can go to buymeacoffee.com/KLW News. Again, buymeacoffee.com/KLW News. You can donate there. We also have a PayPal account that you can donate on. I have a logo for that, but I don't know where it's at right now. So we do have a QR code. In fact, let me see if it's right here. Well, I don't see it. Um, but anyway, so we need more donations to help the people out. And this is the kind of stuff here I wanted to show you guys. I mean, people just can't believe the devastation that we're seeing here. And this is just an example, folks. And I drove for hours and hours and hours. And it doesn't really matter where you go, if it's anywhere along the river, this is what it looks like. And it's bad, folks. It is, it's really bad. And lots of times when we were driving down the road, not only would we see dump trucks that were hauling dirt and rock, we also saw dump trucks that got caught by the hurricane, and it's ripped their hoods off, filled the trucks with water, mud, dirt. I mean, we've seen all kinds of dump trucks and other equipment being carried out because it was underwater. And in most cases, a lot of those trucks are, the engines are totaled. You submerge a diesel engine, gasoline engine, it doesn't matter underwater. Eh, it's not going to be perfect when you get it back out. So, um, yeah, it's not a good thing. So, like I said, if you can donate, please do so. The people need the help. We need to get heaters up here for the people. Uh, a lot needs to be done. So, this is after we went up to the EOC for the second time and we met with the official who was in charge up there. And he flat out told me, he said, Lee, you're going to think that this is a wild goose chase I'm sending you on. And I'm going to be honest with you folks, when I got up in there, I really thought it was a wild goose chase. Oh, and by the way, here is that QR code right here. So you can scan that with your phone. Well, there's no mic here. So you can scan that with your phone and donate right there on PayPal. Again, I'll put that up for you again. I got it right, sir. So there's the QR code. You can take a picture of that with your phone or scan that in with your phone, and it should do it for you. If you need it bigger, there you go. So there you go. If you need it bigger, you can rewind, pause, whatever you want. Uh, so we desperately need uh, LP heaters or propane heaters, and so we are sending our members out to purchase all the propane heaters that we can find to help these folks. We've got propane, we just need the heaters. We've got a lot of elderly people who are freezing up here. I froze last night. I had an electric heater inside of the Intimidator here last night, and it was great. The problem was the cold air underneath of the van came up through the floor, came right up through that air mattress, and it didn't matter how warm I got it inside of the van, I was freezing my derriere off laying on an air mattress. So people have given me some army blankets and another little blanket to put here over the air mattress tonight so as that I, again, don't freeze my derriere off. So I can't see the chat, so I don't know if you guys are making comments, got comments, what have you. Um, but I want to thank everybody who has donated to the effort here. See if I can uh, thing over here. Uh, so yeah, this is going up the mountain here, and folks, look at this. Okay, there are trees down everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Oops. And the farther you go up in the mountains, the worse it gets. And it was just a absolute shock to me just to see how devastated the area really is. I mean, here's this nice little creek. That nice little creek was up out of its borders or up out of its banks and was up against this wall here on the right hand side. Now, look at this, folks. Now, what I want to show you is what this actually looks like. People had houses here, people had their businesses here, they had their livelihoods here, their homes, their barns, their farms. That used to be just a little old river that was really, really, really skinny. Just a little old thing. You would have never thought that the water came out of those banks and was up above the railroad tracks, up above the Intimidator on the right hand side. That's right. The water out of that river was over top of the embankment up here. All of this was covered in water, every square inch of it, all the way up into the trees over here. Look at this stuff. It's absolutely insane. These guys here, they're searching for bodies. There are 8 pages. Um, there are 8 pages of missing people. The vast majority of those are believed to no longer be with us. And you're going to see places along here where there used to be houses on the left hand side, and their driveway is still on the right. The house on the left is gone. They got parking on the right hand side of the road. It's absolutely devastating what we're seeing up here. And we're going to be here a little while. So we're going to continue to do our news broadcasts, and we are going to continue to support these people in any way we can. But as you can see, that house there was underwater. There's debris everywhere. There are places up through here where the dirt is 4 feet deep covering the roads, and they have moved the dirt with excavators and bulldozers and dump trucks just to be able to get the vehicles in. And this is just absolutely unbelievable. What gets me is there's a mangled blue car in this pile of debris over here. I mean, it's all mangled. I took a picture of it. It may be the one for the beginning of this show as the thumbnail. It's in this pile of debris up here. So this is what it looks like, folks. When people told me it was beyond apocalyptic, well, they weren't kidding. And so, you know, if if you can help us, folks, help us. If you can donate to these people, donate. They have nothing left. They don't have uh, electricity, water, a house to live in, food, clothes, anything. There are people that show up here that have nothing more than the clothes on their backs. And that car that I showed you is in this pile of debris over here. It's a blue car right in that pile of debris. And it's just beyond words, folks. It's just absolutely beyond words what we're seeing here. And it's mile after mile after mile of devastation. It doesn't matter where you go, anywhere along the river, and even up on the tops of the mountains, the wind and the saturated ground, there is trees down everywhere. I mean, I've never seen so many down trees. I've seen hurricanes and stuff like that. Yeah, and the crazy part about it is these people aren't getting electricity back until January at the earliest. It's October and the temperatures are already below freezing. Can you imagine what it's going to be in January with no house, no electricity, and no heat? From what we hear, Camel Toe will give you $750, but we haven't found anybody that qualified yet. Imagine that. They'll give you $750, but you don't qualify. So it's insane. So we're asking you folks, if you can help us to help these people, then by God, you need to do it. I mean, look at this. This was a 2-lane highway before. In some of these communities, this is the only way in and out. There's communities up here that are completely cut off from everything. Yeah, the 750 is alone, Brian. So you guys have donated a lot of money. Don't tell my wife, but I've already spent more than that. So, do what you can. Help us out, folks. Let's help these people. Now, I've got a list of people I want to thank. I want to thank all the KLW World News members and everybody from KLW that has supported this. We greatly appreciate that. You have made this possible for us to be able to come here and to be able to help these people. So, live free or perish. You're going to have to give me some evidence to prove that. I've heard all kinds of conspiracy theories. I have yet to have anybody prove that outlandish claim, like the largest lithium mine in the United States is in North Carolina. That's a flat out crock of shit. Yes, it's better through PayPal, or you can do Coffee Club, whichever one you want to do. So thank you very much for those of you who have donated. Now, we also want to thank a group here that's called GSM. We said it's the Grand Solar Minimum, but it's actually Grindstone Ministries. Grindstone Ministries have come in here with a huge group of people and they are cutting trees and brush and debris out to be able to let people even get into their homes or get out from their homes. So, uh, big thanks to Grindstone Ministries. In addition to that, we have the National Mission of Jefferson City, Missouri. Now, they've been huge in helping us out down here, bringing stuff in to help these folks in need. And we really thank the National Mission of Jefferson City, Missouri. Now, the food. The World Central Kitchen is here, and they have been making meals for us. I've gained 10 pounds. Again, don't tell my wife, but they're feeding me good. I had uh, uh, pork barbecue and pork and beans this afternoon, and it was good. I've been eating their hamburgers and hot dogs for days now. So thank you very much to World Central Kitchen. Now, something I never thought I would say, thank you, Tesla, or Tesla Solar anyway. Tesla Solar has shown up here with a solar array, and I can actually show you that solar array. It's right here. And that solar array is providing power here to everybody here. Let me see what these guys are doing here. I don't know who that is. No idea, but we're keeping an eye on them. So, and we're going to continue to do so. But this is a look around at the facility here. And we've had helicopters landing over here. We've had trucks coming in. Here's the solar array from Tesla. Back behind the Intimidator back here, we've got a Tesla power wall. Actually, I can go to a different camera and show that to you. So, but anyway, that's where. Oh, need one more. Hold on, I need to see who's out here. All right, it's the firefighters and stuff. Okay, I'm just making sure. How we doing, fellas? Good. You guys need anything? I think as far as we know, we're good. The only thing we're missing is big heaters. Yeah, we need big propane heaters is what we need because a lot of people here are cold. I don't. I'm not from here. I'm from Texas. Yeah, I'm live on the air here, thanking everybody that's been donating. That's what I'm doing here. That's all right. So, yeah, but no, nobody will be back here until tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And Rumble. Nice meeting you, sir. All right. Nice to meet you, sir. So, anyway, we're going to watch over the place tonight. We're doing security. And okay, well, if you got them and you need to stock them somewhere, how big of a box of stuff is it? Oh, then let's stick it in the back, or you can just stick it right here behind, or you can actually just stick it right here. Yeah, you can. Yeah. I'm here 24 hours a day. Yep. Put them right there on that table, and I'll make sure that they get in because the guy in charge is right down the street. I'll go down there later and get in touch with him. All right, sorry about that, guys. Don't mean to be interrupted, but we're still in the middle of a rescue operation, and I'm doing everything I can to help these people. All I can. So let me get this back here full screen for you so you guys can see. It's just utter devastation, folks. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, you can post. Thank you, Stop the War. Appreciate that. and I appreciate all the help from everybody. Uh, so we did Tesla and Starlink. Um, I really want to also thank Genesis Healthcare in Johnson City, Tennessee. Uh, Genesis Healthcare has provided a lot of different supplies and been doing a lot of work for the folks here. So we really want to thank Genesis Healthcare out of Johnson City, Tennessee. Johnson City. Yeah, yeah, leave it right here. Yep. And who's this from? Beulah Dean. Okay. Oh, I've seen these. These are cool. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'd be great. We have a bunch, and we've got a bunch of sleeping bags, but I think we're going to need more eventually because right now we've got elderly people that are freezing because they can't use the generators, and generators ain't big enough to run their house, and they don't know how to start them, and you got to have gas. So we're trying to get as many of the propane heaters, the larger propane heaters, bigger than the big buddy, and we've got plenty of propane. Just get that to them so that they're not freezing in their homes because it was cold up here last night. Yeah, we have some propane. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can use more. Okay, okay, okay. Appreciate that. The biggest thing we need is bigger heaters, and we'll need some propane for those. So the bigger propane heaters, because we've got a bunch of elderly people up here. Okay, we've got some of the smaller ones, but we need something that's a little bit bigger. Yeah, the bigger ones. So, and it will be open again here tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, and I've got another shipment of stuff coming up here that. Hold, hold on, I'm gonna get you a pen here. If you would be so kind as to write on the boxes who donated, that way I can tell these guys in the morning because my memory is shorter than. No, I don't see it. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. No, that's just telling you it's batteries. Oh, here we go. Alex Holt, you called it in. Okay. All right. Great. Yep.
Juice I want or something like that. I can't see it.
Right, 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 right. Absolutely. Yeah, they're going in here. So, right. Excuse me, sir. So you go to KLW Net and type in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that'll get you straight into the network in the truck here. Dallas. Yeah, just south of Dallas. Yep. So, yeah, it's probably in my neighborhood. So, yeah, KLW Net. It's the same as the Starlink. It's 1 through 8 and larger heaters. Yeah, the number one is the propane blankets. I mean, excuse me, the propane heaters. Then the propane, then the blankets. Well, we'll take anything we can get, but yeah, yeah, the larger. Yep. And they got some great big ones too. They also wanted to be able to try to heat a whole house with it. All right. Okay. All right. That's a great thing. Thank you, sir. Lee Wilbarger. Nice to meet you, sir. What? No, no. It's KLW Net is the name of the network, and then the password is 1234567 8. That'll get you taken care of. All right. Sorry for the interruption, folks. It's a lot going on here. We closed at 4 o'clock, and I'm still at it. So, in addition, we want to thank a local guy here named Brandon Moore, who has been doing a lot of clearing of the roads and grading of the roads to be able to get people in and out. And then we also want to thank Gabe's Tree Service and Logging. Gabe's has been in here pulling trees and logs and stuff out of the way so as that people can get around and be able to get into their homes. It's just been absolutely insane, the devastation that we've seen. So, yeah, and I want to thank you very much, everyone who has donated. I greatly, greatly appreciate all of your donations. These people here greatly appreciate all of your donations. There were houses on the left side of the road here. Imagine that. There were houses on the left side of the road here. And the crazy part about this is, folks, you haven't seen the worst part of the devastation. That was a road that went up over the railroad tracks there. That road is no longer there. And I'm just yeah, Arkansas Caveman, the diesel ones are fine, but they put out carbon monoxide, and we have to have a CO2 detector with it. So if we're gonna give it to you, we're gonna give you a CO2. And it's Racer, RACER, as opposed to Tracer. So yeah, if you can donate, please do. These people are in, I mean, a hell of a way. And what we're going to do is, I just want to show you guys this. We're going to come back and we're going to do a broadcast tonight. But I just want to do two things. I wanted to thank everybody who has donated and to encourage more people to donate. We have already spent more than we raised. Again, don't tell my wife that. And we're going to spend even more. Because these people are in a hard way. Look at this. Look at this. Right there, folks. This is how deep the dirt was over the road. They had to go through here with an excavator and dig this shit out and pile it over here on the right side of the road to even get up through here. And people wonder why it took days to get in here. My God, look at what they had to get through to get here. I mean, when they talk about come hell or high water, this is both. This is both. And you're right, it's a mountainside. The mountainsides collapsed and flowed down the river and ended up on both sides of the banks. It is absolutely, like I said, come hell or high water, this is both. There's no other way to put it. It's you can't climb over it. You can't climb through it. It is just a mess of shit. And people go out here and try to climb through this stuff, and they climb for hours, and they get a quarter of a mile, a half a mile, a mile maybe if they're lucky. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. All this is gone, folks. This road here to the right, it ends right there. In fact, somebody came down this road and made a right turn right here, and their pickup truck is down off the embankment in the river right there because they drove off that, and their pickup truck is down there. Well, they might have gotten it out now. Look at this. All the railroad is washed out. I mean, it's gone. Look at the rocks on top of this because this was covered in dirt and debris. It's absolutely horrendous. And you know, it's 8 pages of missing people, folks. And FEMA is here. I will tell you that. We do have a FEMA representative here to help people. But they've had to bulldoze this. This is all bulldozed out. The mud came right up, even on this little road here. Came right up out of the creek. And I'm going to fast forward here a little bit because I want to show you guys. There's just devastation everywhere. Doesn't matter where you go. And it just gets worse and worse. Here's where the truck went off the end right here. We were talking to these fine folks. And this is the lady in charge of rescue operations up to her, Misty, I think her name is. So this is us talking to them, trying to get the address of where we were supposed to go. The road we were supposed to take was closed. So we had to take another road to get here. Look at this. And this is what we built the Intimidator for, folks, was to be able to go out and get the story and stay for extended periods of time and not only show you the truth about what's going on, but to be able to help the people at the same time. And that's what we're trying to do. I mean, look at this. There's just everything is, all this is covered with water and mud. And this is all underwater. And those poor people's houses, look at that. All their yard is covered in mud. All their property is covered in mud. Everything. This was a thriving little community here. Look at the building right there. There's another one right there. This is what you see, and it doesn't matter where you go. There's just devastation everywhere. I mean, I'm just, the amount of devastation that these people have endured is beyond belief. Absolutely beyond belief. So, with that, folks, I'm going to end this one. We're going to do a news broadcast again tonight here, coming up in an hour and 32 minutes. But I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who has helped, encourage those of you who have not to do so. Those of us who are fortunate enough to be able to help those in need, well, we should. So, well, thank you, Der Damper, or whatever your damper hammer. So, yeah, some people may not like my colorful language, but I don't give a shit. I'm not here to entertain your ears or to speak appropriately. I'm here to help those in need the best I can. And with that, you are seeing me show up where I am right now. In fact, where that yellow Penske truck is sitting is where the Intimidator is sitting right now. And so we've had a lot of support from the Sheriff's Department. It's a helicopter landing zone back over there. Got a lot of support from the Sheriff's Department, from many fire departments around the country have come in to help. But that doesn't buy people food. That doesn't buy people clothes. That doesn't, get people a heater. And these are the things we need. We're not asking for a new car. We're asking for a heater for an elderly lady. So do what you can. So we will be back in an hour and a half. Also want to thank Eric here, who is GoDeeks on the KLW World News Network. That's his truck there moving off to the right with the trailer. He has been invaluable on our efforts here. Also want to thank Duramax for all the donations and things that he has gotten together and the support that he's given to the community. A lot of people have been working hard to help these people, and they deserve it. So do what you can. Donate if you can. If you can't, we understand. Okay. If you can, we appreciate it. Do what you can for who you can when you can. That's all we can ask, is that you do what you can for who you can when you can. And let me jump back over to all of our cameras here. So here we are set up. This is our panoramic around. This is our big floodlight out the front. This is the light out on the back from the back of the Intimidator. This is looking over the roof of the building to make sure nobody steals anything. Here's another camera on all of the supplies here. This is looking out of the front of the Intimidator. This is the helicopter landing zone. This is yours truly here inside of the Intimidator. And then this is looking out of the passenger side at the creek there. This is one of our floodlights shining down in the driveway to light up anybody that comes in at night. So we'll be back with you in an hour and 29 minutes. Thanks for being here. Hope to see you there.